All right, guys, we're back. Episode 2, Commish's thoughts. Joey on the block, man. Phew, This just this is either gonna be quick or I don't know. Depends on how venti I feel today. But let's take a little peek here at Joey's team he drafted. We're gonna try to stay the same order um that we did with Heath. Where is Joey? All right, Joey. Hey, straight out the gate. Pretty strong. Let's be honest. Big Joe, Mobley, Book, Kessler, KD. The only worry, KD and age. Um, he goes Kobe White, of course, Cam Johnson, Vassell, Jerami Grant, Kelly Oubre, Shaden Sharp, Colin Sexton. Um, you always feel like Jerami Grant, Kelly Oubre, always on Joey's team. Kobe White's always on Joey's team. Let's be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Joey kept Kobe White over KD, Kessler, Booker, or Mobley. Call me crazy, but you heard it here first. Um, Coming out the gates, I mean, it's not bad. Obviously, it has work to do, but your first four are pretty good. Defense, defense, efficiency, efficiency. They're all efficient players. Um, Mobley, Kessler are going to lock up blocks, rebounds for you. Booker should get you plenty of everything. You know, not the most defensive stats, but he's super efficient. KD, man, really good player. Actually, I love Joey. I love Joey's four here. The rest of the team, yeah, it needs work. But that's what the waiver wire is for. There's been tons of good players on that waiver wire this year. Um, and I mean, we've had Brandon Miller go out in auction, Jaren Jackson go out in auction. Joey was ghost on both of those. Um, I mean, I feel like that's the story for Joey is the ghost. Um, but hey, you see his roster, like I said, not bad. Let's look at his current roster. As you see, he still has his four keepers in Mobley, Book, KD, Walker Kessler. Sucks. Plays 5 games, goes out for the year. Unfortunate season-ending IR. He still has Jerami. Now he does have a good pickup in Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks has been around this year, as you can see. He's been owned a lot this year, but he's been good. Um, Jerami still has him. Still has Kelly Oops. Still has Shaden Sharp, of course. He has Kobe White. Um, I feel like Jeremiah Fears has been around a lot this year on certain teams. Um, but if we're being honest, Joey's not really done much this year. Um, Losing Kessler early, that's a big blow. Definitely puts a little Debbie Downer on the season because you're banking on, you know, definitely a keeper after draft day to help you throughout the season. Loses immediately. Um, and then he just really doesn't do anything. He's anti Heath. Um, if you want me to be honest, I mean, I think Joey could easily be getting a third. I think he could get draft capital for Kobe White. I genuinely do to a contender. No one else. Um, Shaden Sharp. Um, Shaden Sharp's hit or miss. I mean, he's averaging. I mean, 45%, 32, 7. He's not good at best. Not the best percentage shooter. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and a half, 21 points. I mean, could be a good piece there for a keeper or not a keeper, a playoff team. Like I said, Kobe White. I mean, if I was Joey, I'm trying to move these pieces. Joey can't. Joey's not making the playoffs. He's a 13 seed. He's been a very, very inactive owner. Um, and then out of nowhere here in the like last week, he's making pickups again, talking about hit me up for trades. Why? What's the point? You're the 13 seed. You're not winning this thing. Um, I would be looking for draft capital. That's what I'd be doing if I was Joey. Um, I didn't really talk about what I'd be doing if I was Heath. He's done so many moves that Heath is doing Heath. Um, there's not much I can do there. Heath is going up and beyond making moves. But Joey has done no trades this year, zero. Joey's the one that needs to be doing trades, but it's not for better players. It's draft capital. There is a lot of teams out there that feel like they're contenders, and I genuinely believe there's about 5 or 6 true contenders. Um, you have players here that could boost those teams. Um, but I don't think Joey has really. I'm not like I said, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't think Joey knows how to actually trade some of these guys for draft capital. Maybe he's still really shy, unsure about the draft next year. But like I said, if Joe season is now, Joey has four really good keepers. It's the same four he drafted. Now Booker has had a down year. Hopefully Kessler's up and running next year. Um, another age on KD, he'll be 38. Um, so that he doesn't have any more years of KD. He needs to be looking for the next keeper when KD's gone, either via trade or draft. Mobley's great, 24 years old, nasty. Mobley's awesome. Um, please don't keep Kobe White. Please not. I think Joey needs to be embracing the top four pick, trying to get below Heath so he has a better percentage to get the number one, and start trying to move up in the draft. Like you need to be trying to finish in trying to finish in round five if you can. Um, like I said, Heath's ending in round three. You need to be moving these two to move up into the top five rounds. Now, do I think you can get a first for Kobe White or Shaden Sharp? No, absolutely not. I don't think you can get a second either. But if when these contending teams, right at the deadline, push come to shove, they might offer something ridiculous. I don't think they'll ever offer a first or a second. But like I said, a third. I think a third might be doable. We'll have to see. Don't bank on Joey really doing anything. If Joey makes a player for player swap and trades one of his high picks for a player, oh boy. But if we looked at what he drafted, what he has, it's nearly the same. Come over here, look at the history. Like I said, we looked at Heath's trades. They don't one by one. Joey has zero. We look at his acquisitions. The only things I have to question is, like I said, there's not many acquisitions. This is the whole year. This is the whole year. Add, drop. It has adds and drops. So this isn't just added players. Um, but it's Joey's spending I've never understood. He goes early in the year, November 13th, $8 on Worcestershire. 2 days later, drops him. Why are we spending $8 and getting 2 days out of him? You got one game probably out of him. Never understand that. $10 on Bobby Portis. When does he drop Bobby Portis? 3 days later. Like the spending of Joey has got to be the most absurd thing I've ever seen. Um, and it doesn't stop. He doesn't have a single player for $1 all year long. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28 total pickups on the year. That's really low. Horrendous to be in what, week 12? There's a reason you're the 13 seed. 28 pickups on the year, and he has not spent $1 on a single player. Um, sure, I'm going a little hard here, Joey, but it's just the truth. That's tough. You got to find players for $1. I'm sure your money doesn't matter this year, but it doesn't replenish next year. I don't know. Joey needs to be, and I think it's too late to trade for draft capital. Not necessarily too late. I think you could have hit it earlier. You really need Kobe White and whoever the other guy said to pick it up. Just really need one of these contending teams to hope your players are what they want for their playoff run. Um, but yeah, speaking of 28 acquisitions, not spending any money, no trades, that means Joey has his original 7 picks. So, like I said, Heath drafted, we talked about in the first video, Heath drafted 4 in the first 14. Joey just has his 1, has his 2, has the original stuff. Joey will add 2 players to his keepers of KD, Kessler, Book, and Mobley. After round 2, I expect players to fall off. There will still be stills rounds 3 and 4, maybe in round 5, but nothing later than that. There should be nothing there in round 6 or 7 for anybody. But he could add some good players there in the first 28 with just 2 picks. But like I said, I would be trying to move out of the 6th and 7th round and getting into the finishing in round 5 is realistic. I think a good goal for Joey to work on. Like I said, another year on KD. Like you wasted a year already of KD. It's wasted because you're not doing anything this year. Something you got to realize: these owners with older players, if you don't do anything, you wasted a whole year for them because it's just another year you're getting closer to having to drop them. Um, but yeah, I mean, I got Joey keeping the 4 I said. There's no way. Obviously, I've skipped over Joey. All right, where you at, Big Joe? Here he is. And I have no one on his team being worthy to go in the first 28. And like that's the problem is it's going to be hard for him to get draft capital out of the players on his roster. Um, like that's tough. Like I said, that's a great four, but you're probably 2 more years, 2 more seasons, one good season maybe out of KD, 2 seasons from now. Yeah, it's probably your last one with him. Um, you better hope Booker turns it back around next year. Kessler's healthy and Mobley's back to Mobley. Joey's got a lot of work to do. This is what I was talking about. Like Keith has a project made for next year. Joey just might be bad again next year. Um, Joey, obviously, there's pressure on everyone to hit your draft, but Joey needs to be making moves from here to the deadline to move up in the draft and really just hit the draft next year to pair with these guys. Um, because you didn't do good enough this year in the draft or even on the waiver wire to add anyone that's worthy here. Like, I mean, we're not talking about Brandon, but Brandon added Queen, shipped Queen away for a second rounder, dude. Queen off the waiver wire. Got a second rounder for him. Like, that's gross. Um, but man, I just feel like Joey's got a lot of work to do. A lot of critiquing here with Joey. Like I said, the only good thing I got from Joey is I do like his four keepers. Like I said, you'd have KD, um, but probably needs to replace KD instead of dropping him in 2 years. Um, where are we at? I'm not trying to make this like a 7 minute long video. Okay, we're at 11 minutes. Um, but yeah, probably eventually needs to replace KD instead of dropping him because having to drop someone of KD's caliber would suck. Even if you lose the trade downwise to a player, as long as they have upside moving forward, um, that's the thing to do for Joey. But let's be honest, man, Joey's not the best owner when it comes to this league. Um, try to be nice when I say that. I hope Joey turns it around to a better owner. He's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. It's a good thing we don't keep our full roster because Joey would be bad for years to come. Um, Needs to do better. Just got to do better. Got to do good in the draft. He still has, like I said, he spends a lot of money, but he still has a lot of money. He's only 30 below starting, um, and he's never spent a dollar on a player. So I mean, shout out Joey for not, that really not affecting his money. I think he's won some races this year, got picks right, obviously. Don't know if he's won a wager or not. He might have. Um, but yeah, I just really down year for Joey, man. Really needs to move into the 14 seed. If you're wanting to ask me, um, and he's 13 and a half games from that. So he needs to start doing some severe tanking if you were to ask me to get down here at below Heath to have a better shot at number one. Like I said, it's not guaranteed you'll get one finishing the 14, but it does give you a better chance. Um, I mean, if you want to look at it, Joey is 14, no, 16 and a half games back of the current 10 seed. Sure, there's plenty of time. I mean, 5 matchups left. You can make that ground up, but what's the why? I mean, why start trying in week 12? But that's all I got for Joey. I wish I had more nice things to say for Joey, but it's just the truth, man. We've been in the graveyard since week 2, and I hope we can turn it around as an owner and turn the team around. I think Joey's made playoffs one time in his career, and he probably got first rounded. He's a multiple, I think, bum winner, maybe just one, or maybe zero. Maybe Joey don't have a bum, but I'll tell you what, it feels like he has about 3, and he's been in this league not very long. So hopefully we see a turnaround for Joey. And who's on the chopping block next, man? Who we talking about who we talking about? We will be Cody. Will be up in Will. Will be right after him. Hey man, pretty low key excited about talking about them two teams as well. I know I can get Will worked up. Don't have much things nice to say about Cody probably, but we're always Team Cody over here. Remember that, but we'll see Cody next on the chopping block. We'll see you guys in the next one.